Hi all, it's Bungo Bob here again. It's Sunday morning, we're off fishing and we're going to Lodden Lakes in Gillingham. So we're going to Dorset. All the counties are quite close together just where I live, so it takes me about 40 minutes to drive. I drive from Somerset through Baines, through Wiltshire and into North Dorset, all in 40 minutes to get to Lodden Lakes. It's going to be the Winter League. It's the fourth round. It's been a tough old league, to be honest, as you've probably seen from one of the videos I've put on as well. Want to draw on some fish today. I'm not doing too bad in the league, but I've not got any weight. I've just not been on any fish. I think I've had about, in 3 matches, I think I've got something like £15 of fish altogether. So it's really, I've been in some tough areas. It's quite tough down the bottom end, around a little island, and at the top end, I've got a feeling that the northeasterly wind that's been blowing this week, we've all noticed how much colder it's gone. That's been blowing up that end, which is the shallower end of the lake, which is the car park end. So it's a short walk, but not the sort of area I want to draw at all. So I want to avoid that. Really want to get on the bowl in the middle where the bream and all the skimmers really live. So that's what I'm hoping to do. So I'll catch up with you later and we'll have a chat after the match and see how it's gone. Hopefully we'll be bung-o. Cheers. Well, can you Adam and Eve it? I've only gone and drawn peg 39, 3 pegs down from the car park, and as you can see the easterly wind's blowing up this end. I thought it would be. It's been blowing up here for quite a few days. As I was saying earlier, you've probably noticed the chill that's come with that wind. So I was up here 2 weeks ago, really struggled in section, to be honest. Probably fished it a little bit wrong though, to be fair. I felt I left at least 1 point in the peg. I ended up 4th in the 7-man section, which wasn't great. I've had £1.8, that's how bad it was. But I fished for the first 20 minutes on a feeder. I was the opposite side there, where you can see the island, sort of halfway along the island. Now, you can nab an odd bonus fish chucking a feeder there at times. It didn't happen. It didn't happen on that day, and I felt there were some small fish to catch early. So not making that mistake today. I haven't got the island in front of me anyway, so that sort of made it easy really. So as you see, I've just fed, and I fed a little walnut of ground bait at 2+2, looking for a few roach, although I haven't really caught many roach short, to be honest, in this series. We're 4 matches in now, 1 more round to go, and that's the end of the round. I've put in a one-handed squeeze ball of ground bait as well at 11 metres. I haven't put sloppy ground bait in, I've just put flour sieved ground bait on the damp side, but not sloppy, with barely anything in it, 2 or 3 pinkies, and that's about it. So we're just starting on the 2+2 line, and as expected, it is hard. So there we go, we're off the mark. We've got a roach, so we haven't blanked at least. And I swung that one in. It's about 1 ounce, maybe 1.5 ounces, which is all right. I mean, sometimes at Lodden you get these sort of 3 to the ounce fish, and we certainly don't want to be on those because you really are going nowhere. But I got a feeling with this cold wind blowing up here, I've been blowing up here a few days, it's going to be harder than it was 2 weeks ago. So I'm looking to try and catch anything I can early, because I know after that it's going to get harder. Beautiful day though, bit cold in the wind, but as you can see, a bright sun. Not good for fishing, especially with the clear water, but very nice shining down on us. Later on the shade does come over us this side and it does get a little bit chilly, but it ain't too bad today at the moment. So already I've cut a little bit of time out of this. You've seen I've had 1 roach on the short line, and that is all I had. I did refeed it with a little marble of ground bait on that, just a marble with nothing in it. And then I've gone to 11 metres, as you can see, trying to look for fish. And I think we've got one on now. And this was one of my two better little bonuses on the day. Not too big a fish, you know, don't get carried away. This is, when I say bonuses, you know, we're talking sort of something more than an ounce. It really was that tough. Lovely little fish on the day though, really pleased to have caught it. Nice roach, 4 to 5 ounces, real little bonus on the day that was. So catching on just single pinky, single fluoro pinky, seemed to be the right bait on the day. Something that just sort of shone out. As you can see, just speeding this up now. Not that much to see, to be honest. A couple of small roach, a catch now. Probably about an ounce and a half mark again, but I do net these, and I'm pleased I do later on, as you'll hear with the results in a bit. But it was just tough for everybody at this end, really. Another little roach in the net. Not fed anything more on that long line, that 11 metre line. That one-handed squeeze of brown bait was quite enough. Later on in the match I did have a little go on a feeder when it died. To be honest, the end of this lake anyway, the whole of this section just shut down after an hour. I didn't see much caught at all. I think I caught 2 sort of half-ounce roach in the next sort of 4 hours. That's how bad it was. In fact, I was watching across, and I think one of the chaps over there, John, had 1 little fish all day. That's how bad it was. I did catch a little skimmer, which was a good little bonus on the day. I think he was probably about 5 ounces. So along with that roach, that sort of, you know, helped me towards my my final weight. Another little fish on now. Again, just making sure we're netting it really, because it was that. I knew it was going to be that tight in the section. I knew it was going to be complete rubbish, to be honest. But it's still, we're out fishing, aren't we? And we just love it, aren't we? We're nutters, aren't we? All us fishermen that come out in this weather and catch so little, but we just love it. We just love catching fish. I haven't seen that many of them this series. I'd like to see more, but I do love it. So I've ended up with £1 4 ounces after 5 hours. I mean, that is a grueler, isn't it? £1 4 ounces, but there was a £1 1 ounce in the section. There was a 15 ounce. There was a few smaller weights than that, obviously. And one person, Joe, up on 41, snared a tench, and that just it paralysed the section really. So believe it or not, I was second in section. So I was quite happy with that, really. And that got me up to fourth overall in the series, which I couldn't believe with the lack of weight I've had. You know, wow, I was astounded, really. So 2 weeks time last round, so fingers crossed everybody.